First, the person whom the INEC declared as winner. That's what I will say, because she was declared as winner without before the AMAC result was even computed. They declared those results in a hurry. And what do you do with declaring a result where the margin of lead that returned her as a winner is less than the margin of the number of the PUs cancelled and number of PUs, and number of this thing, what do you call it now? Registered voters and the number of cards collected and all that, So when you look at all that, they were supposed to do the computation. They were supposed to look at the number of accredited voters. They were supposed to look at the cancellations that were done either because of violence or because of certain disparities or overvoting before they could now come together to check the number of PUs that, the number of even the PVCs that were collected. So these are things that they were supposed to have checked, but somehow in a rush and because they wanted to either announce her or something, and then they declared her winner. But otherwise, they were supposed to have done all their computations and realized that that election was not concluded. That is what they were supposed to have done. So I think in her desperation, in trying to show and give legitimacy to what happened, she has been running around. Because for God's sake, let us be very honest. If you say that I lack capacity, and I'm the leader, and I am the leader of the entire minority of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where you have former governors and former ministers, and I'm leading them, and I've led as minority whip from 2015 to date. I believe if I don't have capacity, I will not be there. But I think that it's the person who wants to come and represent the people of the FCT that don't have capacity. Because if she has capacity, come on Google, will show you what I've done. We'll show you that I led a protest to this place to talk about the security of this nation. We'll show you that on the floor of the Senate, I've had to discuss about this issue of Naira redesign and all that. And I moved that motion and I asked that question and I brought that to national discourse. Then we have the roads we're doing in Cuba, 1 point something billion. We have another one we're doing in Yanya, 1 point something billion. We have the ones we're doing in Buhari and all that. If I don't have capacity and I cannot represent the people, I don't think I can attract those projects to the various communities or the various area councils. I'm not talking about Abaji. I'm not talking about Gwagwalada or Kwali or Kuje. I'm not talking about all that. I'm only talking about the environment here. Apart from the bills that have passed, the bills that the president have signed, like the College of Education Zuba, that was there for over 17 years without graduation, until we passed that bill whereby they were able to carry out their convocation. So I wonder. So, but when somebody is afraid and nothing is chasing the person, of course, the person is bound to say so many things. Well, the person has alluded that she has stayed there in the FCT since 1988. Well, simply put, where are corporate social responsibility? If you want to contest the election, sometimes for you to endear people to yourself, you will go and do one small borehole here and there. Maybe you should tell us what she has done as community service to the people to end her this. I sincerely, but unfortunately, we had a situation whereby we had, apart from the fact that there was too many overvotings from all over the place, and I'm sure you saw her on the press and she talked about it, and apart from that, these elections were cancelled and were supposed to be rescheduled. You people are pressmen, you had it, you saw it. It was all over the country, but somehow from nowhere, we had that results were declared. So these are not issues that we're going to talk about, because I believe that I have represented the people very well, and I've done the best that I can. And you people are the press corps for the National Assembly, and you can attest to that, that I've done the best that I can. And let me say that As a young man, of course, I came into the House of Representatives at the age of 33 or something. By 41, I was in the Senate. So as a youth, I think I've done very well. And if the FCT feel that voting in an old woman of about 70 years old and replacing her and giving her capacity to a 53-year-old young man and bringing somebody who's old enough to be my mother and auntie, then I think that something is wrong. Because even the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in some forums have said that people should begin to retire at the age of 70. So are we thinking of retiring her at the age of 70 and she's just beginning to represent us? Well, let me say one thing, that I am extremely, and I will repeat this publicly, very close to Peter Obi. He was in the PDP. If I may refresh your memory. So we were in the same party before, and we have been extremely close, and we have a lot of friendship together, where he has assisted me in the past and where I have also assisted him in the past. So it's somebody that is close to me, so he shouldn't ride on the popularity of Peter Obi. Ordinarily, he wouldn't have been able to face me in an ordinary contest. We have had this contest before. She was in the PDP as well. From 2003, she's been contesting, and we have been contesting together. So she knows me and I know her. So I don't want to join issues with her and dwell too much on this, because this is all about the representation for the people, and by the special grace of God Almighty, we're still here, and this will not deter us within the remaining months that we have to represent the people. We'll represent the people with the fear of God Almighty, and we'll continue to do the best that we can and leave the rest to God.
Please, my colleagues, just hold on. I beg.
Let them tell you what concern us. So they want to benefit from here.
My colleagues, let him go first. I want to say something. I want to make some people shout. If you are not a member, please can you go?